There was a period of time when it was my kind of main doom scrolling app, but it felt different than just Twitter or Instagram or something because you kind of halfway feel productive when you're using it. And I'm too clever, turn up in my big mouth. Good morning, Slop Nation, and welcome to Slop Chop. This is a new podcast hosted by myself, Harvey Mulvihill. It's about the happenings of the internet, and it is your one-stop shop for slop. Sloppers, I have an important distinction to make here. Typically, when you bank an episode, you don't want to tell the good people at home that you're doing it. You want to lie and act as if, this is just the slop of the week, but I don't have that privilege because I don't know what's going to happen next week. I cannot see the future, and I'm baking this episode because I'm getting jaw surgery. So when you're hearing this right now, I will be under the knife. That's not true. I will be in recovery. I'll be likely in the prone, like straight up coffin position, like this. I'm worried about it because I can't fucking. I'm a side sleeper. I sleep in the fetal position every night. I hate sleeping on my back. It's a legitimate problem. I know it's bad for me, but I can't not do it. And I'm getting jaw surgery, and I cannot sleep on my fucking side due to the swelling. So I'm gonna have to learn real quick how to sleep like a corpse. So looking forward to that. But Slops, I have a special episode for you tonight. We're going to dive in. I'm calling this the letterboxd episode. We're going to talk about letterboxd. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss the ins and outs, why I like it, what parts of it I don't like, why people like it, why movie nerds like myself use the thing. So strap in, motherfuckers. If you're unfamiliar, letterboxd is I would call it like a social media for cinephiles. It's a movie sharing website / app. And the idea is you follow your friends and then you log what movies you see and when you see them. So let's say I go to see the Mario Galaxy movie today. After I get out of the film, I will log the film on my letterboxd account with either a review or a star rating, or neither, or both. And then all my friends will know that I just went to go see the Mario Galaxy movie, and then I gave it a 5 out of 5 because it's a masterpiece, right? That's the idea. It's extremely simple, straightforward, to the plot, and it's addictive, meaning they don't have like many of the stuff, like the kind of predatory features that you see in other social media. Letterboxd does not do. There's no endless scroll on letterboxd.com. You cannot do it. You can doom scroll. You can, if you're creative enough, you can figure out how. I've done it myself many a time. There was a period of time when it was my kind of main doom scrolling app, but it felt different than just Twitter or Instagram or something because you kind of halfway feel productive when you're using it. I'm going to kick my dog out of the room and then I'll tell you about why. There's a way to use the app that kind of hijacks your neurons, your neural receptors, the ones that make you feel like you're accomplishing a goal. It's kind of similar to gambling or just the reason that people get addicted to gaming. Because you feel like you're accomplishing something. I've deemed this, by the way, this is kind of a broader thing, but I've deemed that this term productive procrastination, coined by Harvey Mulvihill in college, because I would do this thing where like I'd had a term paper or some shit due, and to avoid doing that, I would clean my apartment. Right? So, because like when you're procrastinating, there's only so much scrolling that your brain can handle. Because your brain goes, fuck, I have to do the thing, fuck. And your anxiety's through the roof. But if you supplant the hold on a second, guys. Sorry about that, Slops. I can't talk about this at all, but there was some crazy work shit that went down today. Work drama is kind of interesting because it's such a big deal. Work, you spend so much of your time at work, and then drama happens, of course, because wherever humans congregate, there will be drama. And then it means nothing to literally anyone outside of the building, right? So I'm not at liberty to talk about it as previously mentioned, but even the people in my family won't give a fuck about this, you know? Or my friends outside of work, they'll be like, okay, yeah, okay, shit. No, that's wild. It's only the people that I work with that care. But anyway, I don't remember what I was talking. Oh yeah, productive procrastination, right? There's only so much doom scrolling you can do when you're procrastinating. When you're doing a thing that feels of use, it eases the tension in your brain a bit. It reduces your anxiety. You feel like you're accomplishing a goal, which is what all brains want to do. Is accomplish a goal, man. If you're stuck in a rut, that really is the answer to get how you get out. Is you have to fucking put goals on your calendar and start working towards those things. You know? But anyway, so productive procrastination, letterboxd is the king of that for me. Was the king for quite some time. I got really into another feature of the website. You can make lists. You can put lists, you can put movies into lists, and it can be for anything. You can get very creative with it. We'll dive into some of mine here shortly, but the sort of feedback loop that I got into was I would find someone that I really fucked with on Letterboxd, like some, the equivalent of an online friend, usually someone who's legitimately funny or has great takes or has similar movie interests to me, right? You find a profile like that on the app, and then you fucking dive into their lists. You go, fucking, oh, they have an interesting top 50 movies of 2017. Or, I actually kind of hate the yearly ones. The ones that I really vibe with are creative. Let me see if I can get some examples here for you, sloppers. Yeah, favorites of all time. This one's just called Theater of Cruelty. Films that draw the line between reality and fiction, disturbing or raising reaction out of an audience through the subject matter. Post-COVID Billion Club. Everything that's made a billion after COVID. Reddit movies, very funny. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Cocaine Bear, Free Guy, Bullet Train, and Thor Ragnarok. Physical media collections, I'm a big fan of those. The classic Eggers Aster Peele rating, which I have one of my own. I actually know this person in real life, Bree. Shouts out to Bree. Her list is The Witch, Nope, Midsummer, Hereditary, The Northman. That's a incorrect order, but I respect it. Pretty close to mine. Anyway, I love these lists. There are tens or hundreds of thousands of them on the website. You can get tons of great recommendations for your potential movie watching. And what you can do if you're me, and you are me because you're talking right now, you find a cool person that you vibe with, you go to their lists, you find a cool list that they made. You open the list, you find a cool movie. Actually, what I would do is I would sort. You got to go into sorting, and you'd say not in my watch list, and then not watched. So not watched or in my watch list. Then it's just like new movies that I've never seen or heard of before, right? And then you just click the top left one, read about it, look at some reviews, see if any of your friends have watched it. If it sounds interesting and you have it's got generally good reviews, or it sounds interesting for another reason, you put it on your watch list. And then you swipe to the next one. You read about it. That one seems kind of fucking boring. Don't give a fuck. Swipe. On to the next one. Lots of 4 and 5 star reviews from my friends. Ooh, it's from a director that I've heard of good things from. Yeah, so that was my cycle for the longest, and then I just compulsively like Smaug from The Hobbit, the beloved films The Hobbit. Like Smaug, I would collect movies on my watch list kind of compulsively, and I really cared about the number of movies on my watch list. For some reason, it was kind of this strange compulsion of mine that I put a lot of thought into how many movies are on the list, which direction the list is heading. It's always going up, but like how much up? Have I made progress on my watch list? Here's the problem with the watch list. It takes zero point zero 0.01 seconds to add a movie to the list, but it takes 2 to 3 hours to remove one. You know what I mean? So the number will always go up. Number always go up. Movies get made every fucking day. And every year there are new movies to go check out. And you never have time to get to all of them. You never have time. So my current watch list is at 3,309. 3,309 movies. Many of which haven't come out yet. Many of which are very difficult to find. Many of which have been lost to the sands of time. But let's do some math, shall we? If I watched a movie every day for all year, 365 days a year, it would take me 9 years of watching a film every day to get through that number. But here's the problem. You don't watch a movie every fucking day. You don't watch a movie every day. I love movies, and I don't watch a movie every day. I probably, what's my current, like, general input? This month, I've watched 6. Last month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. And 3 of those were comedy specials. So I don't have the thing is you got a job. I have a job. And I've always kind of hated the excuse of, well, I just don't have time. I'm like, let me see your fucking screen time on your phone if you don't have time to watch a movie. Yes, you're right. I do literally have time in the day. I do have the time in the day. I'm for sure spending roughly 2 hours doing other things, other screen related activities after work on a daily basis. I could just allocate that time to a film, but it feels like a bigger ask, you know? It's psychology. It feels more difficult. It feels like a tougher thing. So I'd rather just doom scroll, right? So that's not the reason. The reason is not that I don't have time. I do have time. It's just a tougher thing to get around to sometimes. I will say though, my monthly average when I was unemployed was wild, brother, wild. I never got up to one a day average, but I was close. Because you skip a day, but then you double up one day. So you have just so many hours when you're unemployed. There ain't shit to do but fucking play with your cock and watch film. And I did both of those things quite a bit. So that's letterboxd. And again, it's pretty simple. The concept is simple. The execution is flawed, but intentionally, again, not addictive. There's no unlimited scrolling. It's actually crazy to me that so the home screen of letterboxd, which by the way, I'm recording this shit. You can go watch, you can pull out your phone and watch this if you want. This is the home screen of letterboxd. The top row is all the movies that your friends have been watching. Then you have a row of just popular with friends. Here's movies that people have been logging a lot recently. Then you have a new edition, which is called the video store. This is basically they have like an Amazon rental capability now. This was added a month ago, brand new. You have a news thing that no one gives a fuck about, and then just popular reviews with friends. Just reviews recently that your friends have liked. And then again, just updates, stories, showdowns. My point is, it's more of like a blog kind of interface than a social media website. You know how Twitter is so eye grabby and so like the fact that you have to like press more to see what you're more than the 5 things that your friends have watched recently, and it kind of goes into this never ending sprawl. But this isn't interesting. This is just movie posters. Again, similarly, new from friends. If you click, oh, I want to see more things, why is there no next button right here so I can see the next 5 things that my friends have watched? Instead, you click all activity. And it's just a whole bunch of fucking words and nonsense. No one gives a shit about this. No one ever comes to this page. No one ever comes to this page. The activity tab. What you do is you click on the home screen, you glance at the last 6 things that your friends have watched, then you go to your own profile to jerk off into a mirror. You go look at your profile and you got, God damn, that's a good looking profile. And you go back to what you've seen recently and you say, oh yeah, Faces of Death did suck ass. God, The Matrix was great. And then if you're me, and again, you are me, you'll go and like fine tune your reviews. Oh boy, this is so embarrassing. I hate that I do this, but I do. I put a lot of thought into my reviews. I try to make them punchy and funny. And I like playing with the words. I like fine tuning them, remove it, like, getting it as tight as possible. The joke as tight as possible. I take pride in it. And like, I spend way more time doing this than I do being funny anywhere else on any other platform, I guess minus the podcast. Meaning, like, if I expended this much energy on twitter.com or Instagram, I might have a following as like a comedy guy. You know what I mean? But no one gives a fuck about my letterboxd, nor should they, right? It's no one's blown up. No one's blowing up from letterboxd.com unless you're Carson Runquist. Exactly Carson Runquist. Everyone else has to go about it the old-fashioned way. But I spend a lot of time on these reviews. I think many of them are legitimately funny. So give it a glance if you'd like to. I will not be reading my own reviews into a microphone. I'm sure I have done that in the past, actually, but that is a bridge too far for me. I will not be doing that. But what I will be doing, sloppers, is going over some of my beloved lists with you. We'll start at the very, very back. This would be the lists that I have updated the least recently. And we'll go all the way through to my most recently updated ones. And yeah, let's go just public so you guys don't see any of my questionable I don't know what could possibly be on here that's like private and embarrassing, but I'm gonna hide my private list just in case. Oh, I can think of one thing that'd be embarrassing if you guys saw. Yeah, just one thing. I'll tell you what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna show you, but I'll tell you. It's like a gay. It's a gay watch list. It's for gay shit. I got a watch list for gay shit. What do you want me to do? I never ever go to that watch list. It's not a watch list. It's just a list. I never go to that list, the gay list. You know, I should go more. I'm trying to expand my goddamn homosexual horizons. But the reason I made that list is because it was when I was in the phase of making lists, and I just found a fucking top 50 queer films, top 100 hottest, gayest scenes. Hot top 100 Tom Holland lookalikes in performing a sexual act. Yeah. So that was the vibe for the longest is doing that. But I've made my own lists now, sloppers. I've made my own. And let's look at a few of them, shall we? We shall. Updated the least, or the updated the longest ago. These would be my phase 1, 2. It looks like I did phase 3 more recently. I'll go find phase 3, and we'll just do all the Marvel ones first. There's phase 3. Is there a phase 5? Are we in phase 5? Oh my god, we're in phase 5. Jesus Christ, I actually didn't know that. All right, we're going to go through all the phases here. And these are, sometimes people will say lame ass shit like, you know, these are just my opinion. Don't take offense to my opinion. This is fact, brother. These are 100% true, correct order. And if you disagree, it's not that I don't respect your opinion. It's that you're incorrect. You know what I mean? I respect your ability to be wrong. You know, it's a free country. You're allowed to be wrong, but just know that you are right. You're wrong. All right, phase 1. The Avengers, number 1. Iron Man, number 2. Iron Man 2. Captain America, Thor, and then finally, in 6th place, The Incredible Hulk. Yep. I stand by this completely. I actually just rewatched the first Avengers about a year or whatever, 6 months ago. That movie's awesome. The first Avengers movie is fucking awesome. The only real L that it takes is that it looks like a television program. The flat lighting, it looks like Scrubs, right? Or the OC or something. Flat lighting, generic cinematography, but everything else about the film is excellent. Really, really, really tight, well-written script. Great escalation, great character moments. This is before they got really annoying. You have like, you know, your heroes fight each other first, and then they learn to team up in the 3rd act. Goddamn, to save the motherfucking city, brother. You got Iron Man sacrificing himself at the end. You got Hulk catching him on the way down. You got Scarlett Johansson recruiting Hulk. Bruce Banner at the beginning. Remember that? All the Hulk stuff in this movie is fucking awesome. When Loki's plan is to unleash Hulk on the ship. And the plan is, I don't remember exactly what happens there. Yeah, man. It's banging. It rips, dude. The movie's awesome. This is back when, this is like, think about where we were. Think about where we all were when Avengers 1 came out. 2012? 2012. Iron Man was 2008, famously. The Dark Knight came out that same year, 2008. 4 years later. And so they did Iron Man, then Captain America, then Iron Man 2, then Thor, then Hulk. Something like that. I don't remember the order. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. But yeah, Iron Man's the best solo outing in phase 1. Avengers, the team up, is excellence. It's low-key excellence. And maintains that excellence. It's one of the best movies in the whole mother freaking MCU. That's another thing is you could theoretically fucking make a list of the entire MCU and rank all those shits, but it's too difficult for me to put them in order. I have a similar thing coming up, which is like the MCU projects that I can remember ranked. Because ranking the other ones would be actually impossible. I don't remember at least half of those movies. They are so forgettable in later phases. All right, phase 2. Winter Soldier. Then Guardians of the Galaxy. Then Iron Man 3, sleeper hit. Then Age of Ultron, then Thor 2, and lastly Ant-Man. I think actually Ant-Man might be better than Thor 2, but I haven't seen Thor 2 in so long, and everyone shits on it and says it's the worst. So I feel like putting Ant-Man lower just because I think the first Ant-Man is fine. but I kind of hate the franchise. So I'm putting it last. Fuck you. Winter Soldier is a goddamn S tier action movie. Not just a superhero movie, sloppers, but an action movie in general. Incredible film, incredible. Like this was when the MCU actually meant something, and you kind of couldn't skip one because think about like the entire organizational structure of the good guys is eradicated in this film. It'd be like, I don't know, the FBI. Turns out the FBI, they're all Nazis. Oh, this might actually just be true. But it's like, yeah, if the FBI was infested with Nazis and the Nazis were like secretly murdering all the non-Nazis, the first movie that the Russo brothers directed. Russo brothers, the eventual directors of Infinity War and Endgame, this is how they got their start in the MCU. They did Winter Soldier. Everyone loved it. Made a bunch of money. Great reviews. They said, hey man, do that again, please. And they sort of did. Their next outing was, oh, we'll get to it. What else can I tell you? Guardians 1 is fantastic. Yeah, the first two here are just excellent. Some of the best that the MCU period has to offer. Probably the most emotionally resonant movie in the whole franchise. It's either Guardians 1 or 2, in my opinion. 3 I enjoyed well enough, but you can only see a cute raccoon get murdered. Or a fucking... You can only see a turtle take a bullet to the dome so many times before your stomach turns a little bit. So I haven't rewatched it much. But shouts out to James Gunn. Very excited to see what he continues to do with the DCU. Because the MCU let him slip through their fucking fingers. Iron Man 3 sleeper hit. I think Shane Black is an excellent filmmaker and writer. And I love Iron Man 3. People don't like this movie. The ending sucks, but 2/3 of it is really good. It's Iron Man dealing with PTSD separated from his suit. So he has to like, he's having like Vietnam flashbacks from the Avengers conflict. He was shot into space on a nuke and he's having like legit post-traumatic stress symptoms. Because he saw another universe. Aliens literally came to the world and almost murdered the whole human race, and he like barely stopped it from happening. And he keeps having these visions of an even worse guy coming and fucking shit up even harder. He's just not having a good time. People hate the Mandarin thing. I think it's awesome. I love how they did that. I think had they not done that, the movie would come off racist. And because they make a play of it, it comes away unscathed. Nerds are unhappy. Reddit was unhappy. And every time Reddit is unhappy, I'm happy. So fuck you, Reddit. Iron Man 3 is good, actually. Age of Ultron is ultra mid. Ultra mid. Joss Whedon could not recreate the sauce of the first one. Super overstuffed. Way too much going on. Not enough great character moments like the first one had. They have like one excellent scene that everyone remembers. It's the rest of the Avengers try to pick up Thor's hammer scene. That scene is incredible. The fact that Captain America gets it to budge. And then, of course, how that comes back in Endgame. Great scene, little stuff. Like the small character moments like that are what we're in it for, man. I guess we're in it for the cool superhero action as well, but you got to have that stuff to make the action, to make us care about these people. Thor 2, I have no opinion of. I haven't seen it in forever. Ant-Man, I have no opinion of. I haven't seen it in forever. Let's move on. Phase 3, the best phase in the motherfucking MCU, brother. Infinity War. Goated. Actually, fucking goated. My favorite movie in the MCU. Avengers Infinity War. Endgame. The 1-2 punch. Those two films. 2 years apart. Right? 2017, 2019. 2018. It was 1 year apart. Fucking hell, brother. 1 year apart. Infinity War and Endgame. Infinity War, one of my favorite. No. Well, it's truly. I don't really remember my experience. My first time seeing Infinity War that well. Strangely, I remember the second time seeing it because I saw it with my friends and I was blown away. And then I took my family, and I knew what was coming at the end. And I was sitting next to my fucking dad. I was sitting next to my dad. Thanos snaps. And my dad just gets up and walks away. Like, I was like, no, dad, it's almost over. It's almost over. you're 3 minutes from. He's like, I gotta pee. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. I was like, no, it's really. And he just darts out of the theater. One of the wildest moves I've ever seen. That is a man who does not give a fuck. Hey, you're really close to the end, man. Another 3 minutes. I have to urinate. Endgame, probably my favorite theater experience of all time. People shit on the MCU, and rightfully so. But you can't tell me that you didn't fucking lose your goddamn mind when Captain America picked up Thor's hammer, brother. You can't tell me that you didn't shit in your pants. I'm pretty sure that I actually stood, like, the theater erupted. There's videos of it which are very fun and cool and nostalgic. But people were on their feet. Let's fucking go. It's great, man. It's great. So impressive to close this long of a saga with like a heater. To not shit the bed at the very end is really something. So shouts out to Endgame and Infinity War. One of the best 1-2 punches in all of cinema history, I think, truly. Guardians 2, third favorite. Probably also my third favorite MCU film, period. I fucking love Guardians 2. Nothing for me, yeah, easily, come to think of it, without question, the most emotionally impactful MCU film, in my humble opinion. It's fucking great. The biggest issue with Guardians 2 is that they got into a bad habit right around this time of not letting emotional scenes breathe at all, and instead undercutting every tense emotional moment with a fucking joke. Like, they didn't trust you to sit in the sadness for any longer than 2 to 5 seconds. They got it. So that sucks, and it's like the biggest L the movie has, but I mean, I truly incredible and iconic lines, unbelievable. He might have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy. Excellent stuff. Shouts out to Guardians 2. Again, I think my third favorite MCU film. These are my top 3 favorite MCU movies, and they're all in phase 3. Spider-Man Homecoming, fucking goated! These new Spider-Man movies, the first 2 at least, I think are excellent. No Way Home is fine. But Homecoming and Far From Home are both fucking great. They have the exact same problem that the first Avengers movie does. Every aspect of the production is excellent. Killer script. Incredible acting. Just those 2 things. Generic ass lighting and cinematography. Looks like a CW show. Yeah, so that's problematic, but they're awesome, dude. They're freaking awesome. A legitimate in Homecoming. Actually, they both, come to think of it, have legitimate excellent twists. And you'd know the twist coming from a mile away if you are familiar with the comics in the second one. But if you don't, if you're a normie and you never heard of Mysterio, you wouldn't fucking know. Even if you did know, the way that comes together is excellent. It's really cool. Homecoming, incredible end of second act escalation twist that you do not see coming. It blindsided my ass in the theater. Usually I'm pretty good. I've seen a lot of movies, but blindsided by that turn. It's impressive when a movie can do that still. And dude, here we are at number 6 in phase 3, and it's Thor Ragnarok. Number 6, dude. That's how good this phase is. This is peak Marvel. This is when everyone was watching, when everyone loved it, when it was still great. Thor Ragnarok totally reinvented the character. Tons of beautiful pastel colors. Great soundtrack. Just a fun ass time. Then I have Doctor Strange. Not much to say about it. Solid. One excellent scene. Everything else kind of mid. Then we have Captain America Civil War, the second outing from the, I almost said Safdie brothers. Who are they? The Russos. Second outing from the Russos. It's fine. I just rewatched it. It's very mid. And then lastly, Black Panther. The movie's actually great. I just am racist. Moving on to phase 4. Holy Christ. What a downgrade. Fucking hell. My captioning for this list is this shit is so ass. It is. So WandaVision first. Easily the best thing post Endgame still. I think that's still true. Yeah, that's still true. WandaVision, legitimately interesting. Watching it week to week was exciting. The rumors were flying. I was in those Reddit forums. Everyone was wrong. It turned out to be a lot dumber than we all thought. But the fact that every episode was a different style of, a different era of sitcom was so cool. You had your cool, creepy, Lynchian cracks in the facade that kept happening. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Really, really great stuff. And then it ends with a stupid, dumb Marvel battle. But the first 3/4 of the show are really excellent and super exciting and very interesting. No Way Home is second. It's good. It's good. It's the least good of these new Spider-Man movies, but it's good. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 4. Shang-Chi. Very similar feelings to WandaVision, where the first 3/4 are really exciting and interesting and cool, and then it ends with a stupid Marvel battle that sucks. I am, though, looking forward. The Shang-Chi director got the new Spider-Man movie. So it's well directed. All the hand-to-hand combat is very impressive. I'm hoping Tom Holland took some classes so we can film some action without cutting 100,000 times. Fourth, I have Loki. I did not ever finish the newest season. I thought Loki's good. It's fine. Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness at number 5. I mean, boof. Boof. It's a film. There's some fun stuff. The ending is fun. They did my girl Wanda dirty as fuck, bruh. She's so cool and layered and interesting in WandaVision. And she is absolutely none of those things in this movie. It's kind of cool to have Sam Raimi back in the chair. He was able to do some fun Sam Raimi stuff. Moving right along. Guardians Holiday Special. I actually have no memory of this whatsoever. It was mid. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. If you ever want to check out my YouTube channel, I made a video about this movie. It sucks. I hate it. God damn, is what's her name the most annoying character on the fucking face of the earth? Who is that bitch? The genius rocket, the Rocket Man wannabe, the Tony Stark protege. Who the fuck is it? Iron Heart. Holy Christ. Holy shit. Actually unwatchable. Miserable, miserable film. Mostly because of that bitch, but there's that one scene early on that's really great. The funeral's great, and then I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. That's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, fuck that movie. Rip to Chadwick Boseman. Falcon and the Winter Soldier sucks ass. Boring as fuck. Black Widow. Holy Christ on a cock. Black Widow. Not quite an abomination, but close. There's only one abomination on this list. Black Widow's just really bad. Black Widow's really fucking bad. The character was already dead, and then they gave her her own solo outing, and it is so stupid. So poorly written. It looks horrible. CGI is the worst. The fact that she's just a human being and she's flying through the air, getting blown up. I mean, she would be dead 1,000 times over. But beyond that, the movie's just a piece of shit. Fuck you, Black Widow. My mom liked it. Number 10, Eternals. I actually, truly, in my heart of hearts, do not remember a single thing about this movie. Oh, I remember, what's his name? Kingo. The Indian guy. I remember Indian guy. I remember Kumail Nanjiani getting jacked to play Indian guy. Oh my god, what a misfire. Fucking hell. How many A-list celebrities are in this movie? Directed by Chloe Zhao. Oscar winner. Giant boring piece of shit. And last on my list, again, there was one abomination. I teased it earlier. Thor, Love and Thunder. Oh my god. One of the most miserable movies. Red Letter Media talks about this, but there's actually nothing worse than a bad comedy. Because, you know, when the jokes are just... Who has this rated 5 stars? I need to unfollow them. I know. Oh no. It's someone I know in real life. Okay, I can't unfollow them. Yeah, this movie made me single-handedly made me hate Taika Waititi. I think he's a hack. I don't know if it robbed me of ever thinking he was good. You know what I mean? You know when you watch something that someone made and you wonder to yourself if they were ever of quality? It was that level of bad. Like, bro, there's no way that Ragnarok was good even, because this is so horrible. Horrifically bad jokes the entire time. Terrible pacing. Clearly, like, just like Ghostbusters 2016 energy, where they just sat the camera down in front of the actors and told them to improv. Just told them that, like, oh, you just have fun with it. Have fun with it. And we'll keep all 40 minutes of this this painfully bad improv scene. We'll keep it all in the film because it's too good. It's too good to cut. It's too good. Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder can suck my cock. Horrible movie. Phase 5. Let's we've been talking about Marvel too long. Let's get through it. Deadpool and Wolverine first, Thunderbolts second, Guardians 3 third, Captain America Brave New World. Holy shit. I forgot that movie existed. And then finally, Quantumania. Quantumania, baby. Let's go, dude. Remember when remember when Jonathan Major was going to be the new Thanos? They were going to announce their new big bad villain in a third Ant-Man film? Whose idea was that? Whose idea was that? Everyone's going to rush and go see this actual piece of shit because it's the new Thanos, dude. What are you going to not? And then, like, by the way, even if you are sitting through this abomination to see Jonathan Majors go into the role and become new Thanos, even if you are doing that, you're going to be disappointed because he gets beat by Ant-Man at the end. The lamest, dumbest, gayest, the lamest, gayest superhero of all time. Fucking Ant-Man beat you? Why should I care? Well, it's because there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. There's several. It's a multiverse thing where there's like a fuckload of them. That's why you should be scared. Yeah, but he just got ass kicked by an ant. Also, the whole premise of the film. Yeah, fuck Kang the Conqueror. Horrible, boring ass villain. Played decently by Jonathan Majors, I guess, but he's a sex pest, so I feel no need to compliment him. Allegedly. The hardest, though, that my aunt has ever made me laugh. I watched this. I dragged my poor aunt and my mother to this film because I was excited to see the new Thanos. Hindsight is 2020, sloppers. You don't know it's going to be bad. I probably should have guessed that it was going to be bad. But it becomes really apparent really fast that it's going to be really bad. And then about 2/3 of the way through the film, my aunt just leans over to my mom and whispers in her ear, "My God, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon show." It's the most joy I felt easily during the entire run of the film. I was dying laughing. My God, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon show. It is. It's worse than that. It's horrible, horrible, holy shit, horrible. Oh man. Also, the premise of the film, the premise of these Ant-Man films, what makes these movies fun is that you can shrink stuff and get stuff big, right? So then why would you rob us of the gimmick by shrinking everything down to microscopic level? Guess what? I don't give a fuck about this place. You know why? Because it can fit on my thumbnail. It's like a speck. This entire world of yours is a speck. I don't give a fuck, you know? And you could have done some interesting thing with that. Dr. Seuss has a great book about this. Remember that? Horton Hears a Who? Dr. Seuss perfected this concept when he wrote that book. And the hack Peyton Reed, the hack responsible for the Ant-Man franchise, does not know better than Dr. Seuss. Why are you trying to one-up the king? You don't do that. Fucking hell, Peyton Reed. Fuck you, Peyton Reed. Maybe Peyton Reed could use a little reading. He could fucking study up on the classics. Fuck you, Peyton Reed. Oh, actual horrible, horrible film. Looks like he's crying. Aww. Fuck this movie. Let's move on. So that was phase 5. Holy shit. Yeah, and I so correctly stated as I correctly stated in my caption here, this these all could have been in phase 4. No one would have noticed or cared. What is the storyline of phase 5? Can you guys tell me the storyline of phase 5? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. How does Thunderbolts relate to Deadpool and Wolverine? And how does Guardians of the Galaxy relate to Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? Good question. Horrible, horrible run of movies. So it makes sense to me then why everyone, myself included, is so trepidatious about these new Avengers movies coming out. But I'm willing to give the Russos the benefit of the doubt. I am actually looking forward to these movies, and I hope they're good. You never hope the movies are bad. You just kind of expect them to be, right? But it would be cool to have like a legit return to form in these new Avengers films. The first one of which we're getting in December, I think. Or sooner? I don't remember. This year. And then there's still talk of splitting the second movie into 2 movies. So it's going to be Doomsday and then Infinity War. Nope. What's it called? Pretty sure I've had this exact problem before and I can't. Fuck whatever the war one is. Whatever it is. Multiverse war. Multi-war. Multi-battle. I don't remember. But anyway, they're thinking of splitting that fucker into 2 movies. So yeah. Let's move on. Holy shit, we just did 30 minutes on the MCU. The poster's on my wall right now. Zone of Interest, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Kill Bill, Totoro, The Witch, Hereditary, Barbarian, Louis C.K. Chewed Up, and Bo Burnham's Inside. That's it. I also have Better Call Saul and Damn by Kendrick Lamar, along with Lemon Party, the best current podcast, and Always Sunny, and Your Mom's House, my all-time favorite podcast, plus Norm Macdonald. Those are the posters that I have on my wall at the moment. I think I might drop Everything Everywhere because of all the things listed, that has the lowest emotional resonance with me. I enjoy the film a lot, and I think the poster is cool as fuck. One of the coolest posters ever. But I don't super care about the movie like that. So I think I'm gonna drop it for something else. So stay tuned. This wall might, or this list might maybe get updated shortly. Dallas International Film Festival 2024, my first ever film festival, and also the only one that I've ever seen. The only one I've ever been to. I saw 13 movies. Ones that you'll know of. Sing Sing, which is the prison film, good. There's a rom-com that I saw that I fucking loved. It's called The Idea of You. Starring Anne Hathaway and hot rock star guy. If you want to watch, fuck these ratings, bro. These people are wrong. This movie rips. Is it possible that I really liked it because I saw it at the film festival and everyone was having a great time? Maybe. But I don't think so. I think if you want to watch a movie with your mom, actually, I don't know. There's a lot of sex in it. It's just, okay, watch a movie with your partner then. It's fucking sexy and fun and well written and cute and really endearing. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Check out The Idea of You 2024. You have not seen or heard of the movie called The Contestant 2023. Insane story. True story documentary. It's a guy who lived for 15 months trapped inside of a small room, butt ass naked, starving, and he's living completely off of what do you call them? Like magazine coupons. Mail-in magazine coupons. So he'd get like a stack of magazines and then he'd have to mail in things to like whatever he could find in these magazine stack that they'll send him. That's what he would live off of. That was the challenge. It's insane. It's one of those things where um you don't know what it's really about until you hit the second act, and then there's like a gut punch. There's actually like two insane gut punches later in the movie that I will not spoil. I cannot recommend this movie highly enough. It was the best movie I saw at the festival by far. Other movie you might have heard of, I saw The TV Glow, which I did not love. I thought it had some great, interesting ideas, but I just struggled with it. And then lastly, a movie that I straight up hated, In a Violent Nature. In a Violent Nature. The idea is it's the Friday the 13th movies, but it's from the perspective of Jason. That's the gimmick. It's a shitty, horrible, boring gimmick because Jason, all that motherfucker does is walk through the woods silently. And you bet your bottom dollar there is about this movie's got to be like 90 minutes, 94 minutes long. 75 minutes of this 94-minute movie is a just single static shot of a guy walking through the woods with no music. It's almost like an experimental film. It is one of the most boring things I've ever seen. It is so fucking excruciatingly boring. Hated it. Kill Yourself movie. All right, this is a fun one. This is just called, speaking of hate, we're in our little hate tangent here. This is called Thanks, I Hate It, the most intensely negative theatrical experiences I ever had. Ghostbusters Afterlife, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, Kingsman 2, The Matrix 4, Kong Skull Island, Dark Phoenix, Thor Love and Thunder, as previously described, and my least favorite, most hated movie of all time, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 8 abominations? No. I don't think Kong or The Matrix I would consider an abomination. You really have to get your you have to really decide in your heart of hearts what is and what isn't an abomination, you know? And to be fair, I don't think that The Matrix 4 or Kong Skull Island are. I know that I hated them. I hated them very much. Everything that I have on this list is I gave 1 star. 1 out of, that's not true. Thor got 2. Dark Phoenix, holy Christ. The roller coaster that the X-Men franchise has been on. Legitimately excellent films and utter dog shit. Utter dog shit. Completely uninspired. Horrific paycheck, boring, awful film. Dark Phoenix. Matrix 4, people were trying to make this like people were saying it was like a meta commentary, interesting, fascinating, metatextual play or conversation about the success of the Matrix franchise. I thought it was really bad. Pirates of the Caribbean, what is that, 5? 4 or 5? It's not 4, because 4 is the mermaid one. I hate that one too, but 5 was unwatchable. I just I have a lot of love for that franchise, and watching them watching the murder my boy, disregard something that I hold so dear, you know? Just shit upon something that was so good, so pure. It was so disheartening and miserable to watch. Kingsman 2, very similar. I don't have the emotional resonance. I love the first Kingsman movie, and the second one is horrible. Horrible. And then Ghostbusters Afterlife. The only two movies on this list that make me physically ill are Ghostbusters and Rise of Skywalker. Oh my god. Resurrecting Harold Ramis and Ghost for and keep cutting back to him. Keep coming back to him in case we missed it. Fuck you. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Who directed that? Ivan Reitman, right? Jason. No, Ivan's the original. Jason Reitman. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Holy Christ. Fuck you, bro. I've heard Up in the Air is solid. I heard Saturday Night was pretty good. I heard Juno I enjoyed. Thank You for Smoking I've heard is good. Totally, I heard decent things about. Okay, you might have a decent resume. But still fuck you forever for Ghostbusters Afterlife, bro. That's no good. You can't be doing all that. You cannot be doing all that. Fuck you. All right, here's a fun series of lists for you. Comedies that have stuck with me. And I'll read my little blurb here. Stuck doesn't necessarily mean good or bad. There are great movies that leave my brain immediately and shitty ones I think about for years. For whatever reason, I found myself still thinking about these. So I have one of these for most genres. Just name a few of them, and then we'll move right along. Monty Python, Lost in America, Princess Bride, Groundhog Day, Sandlot, Rushmore, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Men in Black, both Ace Ventura movies, Office Space, Spy Kids, Holes, Cat in the Hat, Bad Santa, World's Greatest Dad, the original Hangover, Harold and Kumar, Superbad, my favorite comedy of all time, Talladega Nights, Zombieland, Get Into the Greek, Jackass 3, Hardest I've Ever Laughed in a Theater, Jackass 3.5, all the outtakes, the sketches that didn't make the feature. I love that behind the scenes documentary. It's so good. They do one after every movie. The 0.5, they're all fantastic. Talking Funny, I think I might have seen this legitimately 5 times. It's just a conversation, like a 1-hour conversation between Ricky Gervais, Louis C.K., Chris Rock, and Jerry Seinfeld. They're just talking about stand-up. It's fascinating. It's hilarious. So good. 2011. I've seen it so many times. Don't Mess with the Zohan. It stuck with me, man. I don't know what to tell you. 8th Grade by Bo Burnham. The most physically uncomfortable I've ever been in a theater by far, bar none. The Big Sick, Kumail Nanjiani before he got buff for The Eternals. He made an excellent comedy called The Big Sick. But and of course This Is the End. And Bo Burnham's Inside. That was the whole list. This Is the End. But yeah, I again, to point back to my definition, there's no better feeling than thinking about a movie or a piece of media in the days following you actually watching it, right? Where your brain keeps going back to that world. You go, oh shit. Or you ever have this thought? What was that interesting, fun thing I was just thinking about? Oh, right. It was that movie. Or, oh yeah, it was the game that I was playing. You forget for a second what the fun, exciting world is that you were in. So yeah, highly recommend all these movies. Except for The Cat in the Hat, which I gave a 1 out of 10. Cat in the Hat's the first movie I ever saw that I hated. I saw it as a child, and I was like, whoa. Movies can be bad? It might be some sort of genius. It might actually be funny nowadays, but I hated it when I was a kid. It stuck with me forever, though. Yeah, all these movies minus that one. All right, moving right along. Let's go on to another stuck Animation that stuck with me. Fantasia, Brave Little Toaster, Totoro, Wallace and Gromit, Goofy Movie, Toy Story, James and the Giant Peach, Hercules, Mulan, The Iron Giant, Treasure Planet, Monsters Inc., Spirited Away, Shrek, Chicken Run, Finding Nemo, Shrek 2, Howl's Moving Castle, The Polar Express, The Incredibles, my favorite Pixar film, Toy Story 3, Mary and Max. Notice you will not see Toy Story 2 on this list. Ratatouille, Monster House, SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Inside Out, Anomalisa, the only like non-baby movie on here. Actually, there's 2 non-baby movies. There's 3. Tower. Oh, I gotta talk about Tower. Toy Story 4. Sound and Fury, Sturgill Simpson. And then Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Notice you will not see the first Spider-Verse movie on here. I think the first Spider-Verse movie is excellent. It did not stick with me. To be on this list, you have to stick with me. You have to be in my brain for a long time. I just watched the first 20 minutes. Is it 20 or 30 minutes? The intro of Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. I watched it on the Stairmaster at the gym 2 days ago. I was like, I could do another half hour. I could do another half hour on the Stairmaster right now. The first half hour, oh fucking hell, that movie's so great. I want to make a video about that movie. I want to get back into making videos in general, but I think a fun video idea would be, maybe I shouldn't tell you, because I might actually do this one. Okay, maybe I'll tell you. I want to work through it, so I'm just gonna say it out loud. But I've said this before, but I think that movie, again, this is the second Spider-Verse film, Across the Spider-Verse. When it came out, people were declaring it a masterpiece, and it quickly shot up to one of the highest rated movies on letterboxd, period. I think it is, yeah, it's still number 62 ever. It is number 62 ever in the history of the website. That's very high. 62. And I think it's deserved. I think it deserves its spot up there. It's higher than the first one. The first one's number 70. Those 2 movies are incredible. I love the second one. I like the second one more than the first one. However, and it's fucking stuck with me. It stuck with me. Could not get it out of my head. Could not stop thinking about it. Just wanted to return to some key scenes over and over again, and I have it over and over and over again. You're a mistake. You don't understand. You're the original anomaly. Fuck. So good, man. Or the when Spot goes into the collider and he turns, like, the entire movie he's this joke character, and then he becomes this like legitimately terrifying threat. It's so fucking good. The animation changes in those moments. The Spot moment specifically. Holy fuck, bro. The soundtrack. I don't know. It's like bone chilling, the soundtrack in that. I'll put a little bit of it right here, right now, in the episode, just for you. And I got to talk over it so I don't get claimed. Okay, so my video idea. So, people were declaring this movie a masterpiece upon arrival, and I loved it. It was my second favorite movie of that year. However, I maintain that it is not a masterpiece, and it's actually fundamentally flawed. Not because of the structure. People hate the cliffhanger. I'm totally fine with that. I think it is fundamentally flawed in that the jokes are horrible. Horrible. The comedy in the film, it's got like a 25% hit rate, which is not high enough. And the misses are really fucking bad misses. By the way, I just gave you an estimation of the 25% thing. That's my idea for the video. Is what is the hit to miss ratio on the jokes in the Spider-Verse film? I got to figure out a way to sell that. The idea is you go through the whole movie and you take everything that's supposed to be a joke and you see if it works or it doesn't work. Um, it's definitely the cuntiest thing that I will have ever done in my entire life. Is like tearing this beloved film apart because of an aspect that I don't like about it. However, I do think I will actually, I know for sure, I will express my love for the thing. I will wholeheartedly. I'll write a glowing script and I'll talk about like when I get to those points in the movie, my favorite scenes. I'll talk about how fucking awesome they are and how incredible the animation is. Stunning, stunning, the best I've ever seen. It birthed a whole new genre. Like everyone's doing it now, but this it like the mix of animation styles. It's just so cool. It's so cool. I really just praying on my hands and cock that they stick the landing with the third one. I really, really, really hope if they stick the landing, it will go down as one of the greatest trilogies, bar none. I genuinely feel that way. I also genuinely feel like it is fundamentally flawed and that it is ripe for criticism. It deserves to be criticized because it really does hold the thing down for being a masterpiece. Sad, man. Sad. Sad. But it fucking stuck with me so hard. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I loved it. I love it. I might actually. I watched the first 30 minutes of the gym. I might finish it tonight. I love it. Fucking love it. All right, what else? Sturgill Simpson's Sound and Fury. Holy shit, this movie rips. This movie rips. It's 40 minutes long. It's like a what do you call it? Oh wait. Do I not have the fucking Oh shit. Oh shit. I have a glaring omission from here. I watched two films back to back. My brother Patrick showed me them. It was this and a racing movie. Redmore? Fuck. I'll think of the name of it. But both of those stuck with me. They're fantastic. The fuck. Sound and Fury, Sturgill Simpson made this like did collabed with this animation studio and released a visual accompaniment to his album. And it's one of the coolest things. It's so fucking hype. It's incredible. It's so sexy. You gotta check it out. It's 40 minutes long, bro. Just put it on in this background, bro. It's like also just a great album. Yeah, that rips. Rushmore Red. Fuck. Dang it. I don't remember. Anyway, I'll make that. I'll put it in the. I'll put it in the thing once I remember what it is. Anomalisa 2015. Charlie Kaufman. A super adult movie. Kind of a bummer. Incredible stop motion animation. The premise is that our main character has like, I don't know if you call it a disorder or if it's a metaphor, but every human he interacts with shares the same kind of boring monotone voice. And everyone he talks to. So he just like can't stand being around people, even his wife. He just breaks up with her because he cannot fucking stand listening to her talk. He's so bored by her. And it's like totally unfair, right? Because everyone in his life has this same affliction. And then he runs into a woman without the affliction. Her voice sounds upbeat and exciting, and he's like beside himself. He falls for her immediately. So that's your story. It's great. And gets super surreal, kind of creepy. Phenomenal animation, kind of a bummer. Beautiful beautiful film stuck with me for a long time. Tower 2016. One of the coolest documentaries I've ever seen. I gave it 5 fucking stars. This is it's a story. It's like the first ever mass shooter. The Austin clock tower. Guy with a sniper rifle just got up on the top the tower, got up on the tower in the 60s and started opening fire on people. Murdering innocent people for no reason. He was legit the OG mass shooter. And so this is the story of that happening, of that fateful day. And the entire thing is animated, rotoscoped. So I don't know if you don't know what that means. It means like actors act the scene out and they animate on top of the actors. So very cool style. Really harrowing, insane thrill ride. They're interviewing people that survived that day, that were there. They're interviewing the police that were involved. They're interviewing like all these. It's like a talk to camera thing, but then they animate their stories. It's again thrilling and very interesting in that it was the first mass shooting, the very first one. Shouts out to those films. Redline. Can't believe Redline wasn't on the list. It is taken its rightful place on the animation that stuck with me list. Redline is so fun. I hate anime, and it will never. I don't know. I'm not gonna say never. It's gonna take a certain type of thing to get me to fall in line with anime, and Redline is it. It's so fun, hilarious, insane, exciting, super over the top. Just look at the poster, bro. Look at the poster. If you'll notice, the top half of this poster right here is his hair. It's so cool. Absolutely absurd animation, completely ridiculous. Again, so over the top. I can't say enough about it. It's the guy that directed the Animatrix. Or co-directed. Yeah. Shouts out to Redline. It rips. Please do watch it. It's so much fun. What else can I tell you? Shrek, goated. The first two are actual, both 10 out of 10s. They're phenomenal. Totoro, in my top 5. Movie makes me weep like a child. Mary and Max, another bummer. Super sweet, but sad. Incredible animation. Adam Elliott is out here making really impressive work. I didn't care for Memoir of a Snail, but Mary and Max is great. Yeah, he be making some fucking bummers, dude. Guy be making some bummers, but 90-minute claymation, very impressive. Goofy movie, Brave Little Toaster, Chicken Run, Fantasia, Finding Nemo, goated. Let's move along, sloppers. Cape shit that stuck with me. Endgame, Infinity War, Winter Soldier, Dark Knight, The Flash. Check out my DC video if you haven't. Guardians 2, Hellboy 2, The Incredibles, Iron Man 1, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, as previously discussed. X-Men, Days of Future Past, X-Men 3. Again, these do not have to be good movies. There's movies that stuck with me. I saw that at the right age, and I thought it was cool as fuck. I thought it was so cool. Magneto flying the bridge. Superman Returns. Yep. These all just stuck with me, man. I don't know what to tell you. Action that stuck with me. Terminator, Tremors, T2, Spy Kids, Kill Bill 2, King Kong, 300, Death Race, goated. Death Race is fucking goated. I gotta rewatch this movie, dude. I gotta rewatch this. I wonder if it's as good as I remember. This movie was so cool to me when I saw it. Couldn't get it out of my head. Mission Impossible 4, that's when they started getting really good. No, I would say 3 is also really good. That's when they started, like, the style emerged. Directed by motherfucking Brad Bird. of The Incredibles and Ratatouille. Looper, Godzilla 2014, Edge of Tomorrow, John Wick 1, Kingsman, Mad Max, Force Awakens, Godzilla vs. Kong, Moonfall, and Avatar 2, of course. All incredible films. All-time favorite comedy specials, no particular order. A whole bunch of Louis C.K. Norm's one and only great special. Norm, me doing stand-up is one of the best specials of all time. It's weird now. It's different now that he's dead because he talks about death so much. And knowing that he knew he had cancer at the time is really eerie, but that changes the vibe. But it's still one of the best specials of all time. And it's his only really excellent special, in my opinion. He did, if you can't, unless you count the posthumous one on Netflix, which he's just like talking to camera. That one's great, and it made me cry because he's dead. But I don't know if I'd consider it a great special. So he's only got 3 specials, which is like he's on my Mount Rushmore by like definitely, but it is weird to put him up against other much more prolific comedians. But it's Norm, dude. I can't not. I mean, he's my hero. Shane Gillis live in Austin. Dave Chappelle killing him softly. Gary Goldman, The Great Depression. Highly recommend that. Some of the most horrific depression that I've ever heard of discussed. Horrific depression, but he's one of the smartest comedians working. He's so intelligent, hilarious, and puts in a great spin on the thing. He talks a lot about ketamine therapy. He's a really interesting, kind of fascinating insight on that. I'm pretty sure every Louis special is on this list. Jim Norton, Please Be Offended. Cringe name, incredible specials. So fucking funny. Most Bill Burr specials are on here. 3 Stanhope specials. 4 Chappelle specials, it looks like. Jim Gaffigan, Beyond the Pale. His best one. Ari Shaffir, Jew. Representation on the set. Tom Segura, Mostly Stories. That's his best one. Shane Gillis, Beautiful Dogs. The Toad's Morale by Sam Talent. Oh, David Cross. Holy shit, brother. Bigger and Blackerer. David Cross. If you have not seen it, do yourself a favor. David Cross used to be incredible. Incredible. And he is really, really fallen off. I kind of don't like his new stand-up at all. And then this one is potentially controversial. Ricky Gervais, Humanity. I think I kind of hate Ricky Gervais. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. What are we doing? He is a cringe lord supreme, but I really love the special. I think he's got incredible bits. The whistle thing. I could not stop thinking about that bit. Such a great, hilarious point. Yeah, I still think about that. So I don't know what to tell you. It's great. It's great. Give it a try. I hated his new special. The new one that just came out on Netflix sucks ass. I couldn't get through it. But Humanity's great. Pixar Studios, Worst to Best. Worst to Best is kind of fun. Because you never know what's going to be at the fucking end. You never know. You probably know. Least favorite Pixar movie of all time, Turning Red. Hated it. Hated Inside Out 2. Didn't care for Onward. Monsters University. Everything past these. Actually, only 2 of them I really just truly hated. Didn't like at all. Onward was fine. Monsters University was fine. Then Incredibles 2, Finding Dory. Cars 1. Toy Story 2. Yep. Toy Story 2 all the way down. That far. Up, Monsters Inc., WALL-E, Coco, Soul, Inside Out, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4, above Toy Story 3. Controversial pick, I know. Finding Nemo, Toy Story, Ratatouille, The Incredibles. I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The top 10 of these are all legitimately incredible. That's really something. They had a fucking run, dude. You can make the argument for Up and Toy Story 2 and Cars. You can make the argument for the top 14, 13, 14. Yeah, really, really impressive. Eggers, Aster, Peele. This is just a fun. I don't know why these three directors. Actually, I do know why. It's because they're the three. They're the three guys. They're the three current horror directors. The ones that are making movies consistently in the horror genre. And now you have Zach Kreger in the mix, who I've added to this list, even though he's not in the title. So it's Eggers, Aster, Peele, now with Kreger. Hereditary, number 1, my beloved. My favorite horror movie of all time. It is unfucking believable. The Witch, number 2, my beloved. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Some of the, if not the best child acting I've ever seen in my entire life. How do you get children to do that dialogue? How do you do that? How do you teach them it? How do you get them to do it convincingly? How is it possible? Shouts out to The Witch. Also, just fucking brutal. Horrific. My God, the opening scene. Jesus Christ. Speaking of opening scenes, Midsummer, number 3. Yeah, talk about horror that stuck with me. That we'll hope we might get to that. We might end before we hit that list. Midsummer just never left my brain. Same with Hereditary. Hereditary and Midsummer both, but Midsummer in particular. I saw it after being such a huge fan of Hereditary. Saw it and was like half disappointed. And then I just kept thinking about it, rewatched it, kept thinking about it. Saw it like at least 2 more times. And it's just such a, just solidly in my brain. There's so much great, incredible shit in that film. And it's one of those that's just warmed up with time, where I didn't love it originally. And the more I watch it, the more I appreciate it. The director's cut is great. Yeah, Midsummer rips, man. Barbarian, number 4. I have a giant Barbarian poster on my wall. Get Out, number 5. Get Out's fantastic. The top, all 5 of those, I think, are phenomenal. The Lighthouse, number 6. It's on my set. Keen-eyed viewers might know. It's right there. Weapons. Then Nope. Is that true? Nope. It's not. I'm moving Weapons down. Weapons was fun, but it has not stuck with me at all. I like it less than Nope, and I like it less than The Northman. And The Northman, I like more than Nope. Yep, we're updating it. All right, so if you thought that your order was correct, if you had the exact same order that I did before I made that adjustment, your order was wrong. But if your order is the same as mine now, then it is correct. Lighthouse, then The Northman, then Nope, then Weapons, then all the mediocre bullshit. Beau's Afraid, Us, Eddington, and Nosferatu. Nosferatu, saw it twice just in case I was wrong. I was not wrong. Shit's mid as fuck. Eddington, I want to watch again because there's a lot of shit going on, but it was a painful sit. I'm gonna watch this actually, so that I will hopefully convince myself to rewatch it. Add it to my rewatch list. Oh, this one's kind of fun. Most expensive movies ever made, adjusted for inflation, ranked. So this is the top 25 most expensive movies ever made. And I took out the ones that I hadn't seen. I got rid of everything in the Fast and Furious franchise, which is like, there's like 9. I think there's 9 of them, and 7 of those 9 are in the top 25 most expensive movies ever. I have not seen any of them, nor do I care to. So I removed them from my list and just got like the ones below them. But just to give you, I'll just read them in order, I guess. Infinity War, Avatar 2, Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Endgame, Star Wars Force Awakens, Spider-Man 2. Again, this is adjusted for inflation. Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire. Harry Potter 6, super expensive. Avatar, Titanic. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. It used to be called Dead Reckoning Part 1 until they changed the name of the last one. It was one of the most expensive movies ever because they shot it during COVID and they kept all their people on staff when they were shut down. So Tom Cruise and the production team were just cashing checks out to these people that weren't working. It's a very admirable thing to do, but very, very expensive. Tangled, which I really enjoyed. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Holy shit. Yeah, I really enjoyed, man. Very cute, fun time, but it was so expensive because they had to figure out how to animate the hair. And they apparently invested a lot into the hair physics in this movie so that they could use it for their future films, which they have, I'm sure. Pirates 3, King Kong, Age of Ultron, Solo, A Star Wars Story, Mission Impossible, the last one. Anyway, whole bunch of expensive shit. My least favorite, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Horror that stuck with me, and then we'll just do 2 more. 2 more, and then we'll call it a day. Horror that stuck with me, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Holy shit. Actually, the grossest I've ever felt watching a movie. Talk about a classic that holds up. This movie, it makes me feel like I should turn it off. It's one of the very few movies that have ever done that to me. I've watched a bunch of fucked up shit, but I feel like I shouldn't be watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. When it's on, I'm like, it's like so oppressive and disgusting and horrific and gross. It's a movie from the 70s, and holy shit, man, it fucking holds up. There's a reason it's a classic. Funny Games, holy Christ, Funny Games, brother. 1997. Again, another one that makes you just feel like a bucket of shit. Michael Haneke, incredible director. It's about 2 fuck-ass psychopaths who bust into this family's home and just start torturing them. And it's really fucking disturbing. It's extremely disturbing. There is something that happens that I think if you don't have it spoiled for you, it's actually impossible for your jaw not to hit the ground. Like, it is so impactful. It is so crazy. The balls of this movie. Yeah, I have to imagine people were storming out of the theater. It is fucking nuts. Yeah, shouts out to this movie. Another fascinating thing is that they meaning Michael Haneke, remade this film. So it's an Austrian, I think, movie. He's an Austrian filmmaker. And he remade the film in English, bar for bar, shot for shot. In English, with a whole new set of actors, 10 years later, same exact story, exact same sort of cadence of events. And it's just as good. He was just trying to like open it up to an American audience. And there's like debate amongst fans which version is better. It's crazy. Never heard of a director doing that, remaking their own movie in a different language and it being of like the same or better quality. People consider the American one better even. And he like barely speaks English. That's crazy. Texas Chainsaw, fucking hell. Final Destination 3, goated. Watched it super young. The scene where they get trapped in the tanning beds stuck with me for years. Don't Breathe. Holy shit. Perfect case study for this list. Walked out of it thinking like, that was pretty good. And then I just kept thinking about it. Couldn't get it out of my head. Specifically the fact that one scene, so like your premise is that these kids break into the house of a blind man to steal his shit. And they fucked with the wrong guy. He's like this ex-military super murderous badass who goes to any length to murder all the people in his house. He like locks every door, and suddenly they're trapped in this house that they were robbing. It's so cool. And he's blind, so he just like turns off all the lights at one point. Just like cuts the power, and they're all like fumbling around, and you could tell they're filming this in legit pitch black because all the actors' eyes are just as wide as possible, just trying to get any sort of light into their brain, stumbling around like this. And then you see the fucking blind guy just going over. He's like touching every corner. He knows every nook and cranny of this house. Oh, just flying through corridors. It's fucking terrifying. Yeah, dude, great movie. And shouts out to Fede Alvarez, bro. This guy's killing it recently. He made this shortly after Evil Dead 2013, one of the best remakes of all time. Evil Dead 2013 is fucking incredible. It's so great. And then because of the success of those two movies, he got the new Alien movie, Romulus, which I did not care for. That's fine. But anyway, shouts out to him. What else has stuck with me? Obviously, Hereditary and Midsommar both stuck with me forever. Malignant, one of the most hilarious B. It's not even a B movie. It's like an A movie. It's an A. It's James Wan, bro. James Wan is responsible for birthing 3 horror franchises. The dude created Saw, Insidious, and The Conjuring. And so that guy making like a super schlocky, ridiculous, over-the-top farce. Malignant is so funny. Barbarian, of course. Hellraiser remake, another incredible remake. There's a bunch of great remakes on this list. And then one last thing I'll shout out, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Actually, maybe one more. Speak No Evil 2022. Probably the most disturbing movie I've ever seen. Maybe. If you watched the American one with James McAvoy, don't bother watching this. But if you have not seen either of these movies and you want to get I don't know, if you want some bone-chilling, disturbing cinema, check out Speak No Evil 2022. Do not watch the remake. The remake sucks ass. One of the craziest endings of all time. One of the wildest, most fucked up things I've ever seen. The movie is about ignoring red flags. The movie's about being a doormat, like a not speaking up for yourself. It resonated with me very much because I am a people-pleasing fucking bitch a lot of time. And this is what happens when people can take advantage of that. It is the most hateable protagonists of all time, but they are intentionally hateable because they're trying to hold up a mirror to you. Do you have any of these characteristics? I certainly do. Absolutely insane movie. One of the craziest endings of all time. Of all time, sloppers! Lastly, we'll end on this one because that was kind of a bummer. Movies shorter than Avatar 2 that feel longer than Avatar 2. There are many of them. Avatar 2 flies by. It's a breeze. It's a beauty. One of the best of all time. Babylon, Boy and the Heron. Elvis. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Benjamin Button, The Green Knight. Holy Christ, fucking boring ass movie. The Matrix 4. Burning. Ugh. Tenet. Tenet's so fucking annoying. Oppenheimer. Again, this is not a market quality. This is just, they feel long as fuck. Oppenheimer feels long as fuck. Scanners, Society. Space Cop, my beloved Red Letter Media, directed a real turkey with that one. It's painful. Beau's Afraid, Clockwork Orange, original Blade Runner. Blue is the warmest color. Oh my god. Maybe it's because I'm attracted to men, but oh my god, that movie. Fucking so boring. The Wind Rises. There's 2 Miyazakis. The 2 most recent Miyazaki movies are on this list, man. I don't care for them. Mandy, I like Mandy a lot. It's on the set, but yeah, it does feel long. You could probably chop 20 minutes off that puppy. Anywho, Sloppers. Oh, and the most recent movie on the edition, The Running Man, 2025 by Edgar Wright. Oh my god. So fucking long. Terrible pacing, boring ass movie. All right, man. Well, there's a lot of talking about. Slop? No. This is a lot of talking about movies. Thank you guys for bearing with me. You know, probably not the most exciting of episodes. Hopefully you got something out of it. Appreciate you tuning in. Again, while you're listening to this, it's kind of like I'm time traveling, because right now I'm actually a week, maybe 2 weeks post-op. I am drinking all my meals through a straw, and I'm communicating very little. So Godspeed to me for recovery. I hope to be back with you in real time soon. And until then, Sloppers, thank you guys for tuning in. God love the Slop Nation. I appreciate you guys listening. Please press subscribe. Please press follow. Do me a favor, man. It means the world. And I'll see you guys in 7 days' time.